Welcome to Alpha as Blast, where we look at alphas, betas, and early access games. Today I'll be taking a look at an early access beta from a game I backed on Kickstarter, Target Acquired, which is described by the creators as a Japanese police catgirl tries to stop an evil genius cyborg mouse from world domination. Think Mega Man meets Temple Run. Okay, Touchton Games, you said the magic words. You've got my attention, and my wallet. Tell me more about this game inspired by my favorite gaming franchise of all time. The story is fairly simple. You play as Yura Anders, a police catgirl in the city of Nikomiopolis. It's her job to track down the infamous robot mouse thief Cammy and bring her to justice. Not much in the story department, but it's a mobile game, so I'll let it slide. Like the developer said, Target Acquired is a 2.5D on-rails platformer inspired by the Mega Man series. This all sounds very familiar. Thankfully, this game isn't a steaming pile of cancelled crap like Rock Band Crossover was. It's actually pretty good. Like Rock Band Crossover, your character moves automatically on a 2D stage where you can jump, double jump, shoot plasma, and charge blasts. This controls actually really well. A problem a lot of mobile games have is they give you touch buttons, which means you have to press in an exact area to do a function. It's supposed to bridge the gap between a touchscreen and a controller, but it's never really worked out that well. It all depends on the game, as some games have this calibrated better than others. However, Target Acquired handles this well by making the entire left side of the screen control jumping, and the entire right side of the screen control shooting. This feels much more natural and functions much better than trying to make touchscreen buttons. This game also contains power-ups, including an energy shield to protect against enemy attacks, a power booster to fire super blasts off for a limited amount of time, a gear booster which makes the gears increase in value, and a gear magnet which makes all the gears in close proximity come to you automatically. One thing I should mention is the lack of health power-ups, or extra lives. This game sorely needs them, as it's very easy to lose health and extra lives aren't cheap. It's not that the game is hard or the enemies are super difficult, it's because the game moves on its own, so it's very easy to take hits from enemies you're trying to avoid, and they do way too much damage. I should also mention that you can increase the power or amount of power-ups dropped before each stage by paying some gears or gems. I'm not sure of this. It feels like the game is going to turn into a pay-to-win game, and I hope that's not the case, as it will ruin the gameplay. I'll come up front and say I never buy in-app purchases. I turn the features off on my devices, because I feel the game shouldn't have to use them. It should be able to function on its own without forcing paywalls on the player. I don't get that vibe from Target Acquired, but I have this uneasy feeling it's going to become a huge part of the game. Touchton Games, please don't ruin this game with overbearing paywalls. Please. Speaking of power-ups, this game contains various types of armor that you can level up, each with their own individual skills. You buy the armor individually by buying packs with the gears you've collected. What's cool about this is if you have several different armors all leveled up, you can fuse them with up to 3 other armors to make a stronger leveled version of that armor. That's really cool. I wish more games did this. On the technical side of things, the graphics look really good for the mobile platform. The frame rate runs pretty well, though it does stutter a bit in some places. I should mention I played this on my Samsung Galaxy S4 running Lollipop 5.0.1 and my iPad Mini 2 running iOS 8.4. I mostly played the game on my iPad, and I did notice more frame stutter on the iPad than I did on the S4. I also noticed a lot of the menus had collision issues on the iPad that were not present on the S4. I don't know if this means the game is better optimized for smartphones over tablets or Android over iOS, but it's something I noticed. The music is really good and catchy. It reminded me of some of the music from the PS1 X series games. It's fun and gets me pumped to play the game. The sound effects are also very good and match what they're supposed to be, though the charging sound can get annoying after a while. There's also some voice acting and it's pretty good, though I believe Egoraptor's audio is missing, that or it's really quiet. As for glitches, there was only one I found that was game breaking. This also only happened on the S4, and it happened more than once. When I went back to the game after a while, I loaded it up and checked my armor, and the armor wouldn't load. Okay, so I force closed the app and loaded it up again, this time loading up a mission, and the cutscene froze. Okay, so I force closed it again, and I can't progress. The only way to get the game to work was to reinstall the app, and doing so erased my game data. Really? This wasn't stored on a server or locally on my phone? I hope this gets fixed, and that they have a server or local data backup, because if this doesn't get fixed in the full version, I'd like to know I can still access my game data. Overall, Target Acquired is some of the most fun I've had with a mobile title thus far. The beta has some problems, but those can be easily ironed out, and I look forward to playing more of it. That's all for now. See you next time.